Okay, good morning everyone. Today I'm sharing a corporate governance review of the Hardlight Holding Berhad, which is known for the global glove manufacturing listed on the Bursa Malaysia. Okay, so we will look at the Hardlight hybrid governance model. This means they combine the strict local laws with flexible, principle-based diversity of the rules. Okay, next, we're going to go to the board structure and the diversity first, since we mentioned it in the section. Okay, let's look at the board of the directors across the 6 simple areas. First, type of the directors. They divide their roles into executive directors who run daily business and non-executive directors who focus on the strategy. Second, independence. Over half of the board directors are independent directors. This means they give an unestablished and independence decisions during the when making the decision for the business. Next one. The next slide we talk about is our connects to the Hardlight governance to a specific corporate series, UN Stable Development Goals, USDGs, and value-based education for VBE values using the exact data from the reports. First, it's the stakeholder theory. Stakeholder theory applies perfectly because the Hardlight does not just chase returns to its owners, it balances a whole ecosystem. The report explicitly names 8 different stakeholder groups, include employees, NGOs, and local communities. Hardlight connects specific stakeholder concerns like human rights and environmental impact direct to the company policies. This integration secures their social and legal license to operate and support SDG 17. Second is the steward theory. The stewardship theory explains how the Guan's family operates. While the company relies on a trust-based model built by the Guan's family, the Sri family directly drives the SDG 8. And a concrete example from the annual report is their 100% return to work rate after the parental leave, which acts as a strategic solution to lower turnover costs. Finally is VBE value integration. Operates with absolute integrity. Whistleblowing channels are outsourced to independent third party, which can find in the annual report, and combines Rafter's Code 1 and 2 carbon disclosures. Next. Come to the end of the slides. We're gonna do the evaluation about comparing the Malaysian code and the Singapore rules based on the company, the MCCG, and the Singapore 2018 and 2013. We also both countries use a comply or explain approach, but Hardlight focuses more deeply on the sustainability. For the independence, Malaysia requires large companies to have at least 50% of the independent directors, while Singapore requires 1/3, which is less. Hardlight beats both at 55.6%. For the term limits, Hardlight uses the flexible 2-tier voting systems for directors serving over 9 years, whereas the Singapore uses a strict hard cap. Which is lastly for the gender diversity. Hardlight 33.3% of the female, which is 1/3% of the female, board easily passes Malaysia's strict 30% rules, while Singapore only requires at least 1 female directors. Next one. Okay, now let's go to the weakness and the outlook. To wrap up, let's look at the pros and cons. Hardlight's biggest strength is that they treat green and social targets with the same importance as financial risks, since they are the clinic companies which doing the manufacturing of the gloves for medical use. they fully trained their staff against the bribery and clear track their direct carbon footprints. However, their main weakness is that they do not track the Scope 3 emissions, meaning they miss the carbon footprint of their outside supply chain. Also, letting long-term debtors stay using a voting system can make people question how independent the board truly remains over time. And don't forget, the Harlaga is funded by the Kwan's family, so this happens in the family business. So in conclusion, Harlaga proves that good leadership is about more than making a profit by prioritizing the ethical values and safety. They secure their global reputations and long-term success. And that's all. Thank you.